What's up, guys? It's CM Boom back with another video. The Modern Warfare 3 competitive season has come to a close, and what a year it has been. Congratulations to Optic Texas, who are your 2024 Call of Duty League champions. If you didn't get to watch Champs, it was an amazing event, and being an Optic fan myself, it was awesome to see the boys bring one home for the Green Wall. You guys can catch me over on Twitch on Sundays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we play games and discuss things all FPS. So now with the MW3 season being done and over with, we look ahead to the next title, that being Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Black Ops 6 is going to be revealed at COD Next on August 28th, with the beta to follow that same week. And this is interesting because we're getting the next game revealed just over a month after Call of Duty Champs. And if you remember last year from the MW2 to MW3 season, we had a MW2 Champs end in June, and then we didn't see anything again till August, and then the game didn't release until November, which was kind of a long gap. It was basically 6 months, whereas this time around we have Champs ending in late July. Call of Duty Next is going to be on August 28th, and then the game itself is going to be releasing October 25th, seemingly just over 3 months. So that's going to be a really nice quick turnaround time, and I'm actually really excited. I kind of like that timeline. I think it's way better than what we had last year, because a 6 month off season was really, really rough, and it was just, it did kind of stink having to kind of wait for the next game to be revealed, and then for us to kind of wait to play it until November. But with that October 25th release date, what does that mean for the start of the CDL? The last time we had a game release in October was MW2, and it was released, I guess, on October 25th of that year, and we actually started the CDL in December. And that's kind of why Champs ended in early June, because we started and did all of Stage 1 in December. And at the time, I thought that was really cool. It's like, oh, yes, we're starting really early, but because we did all of Stage 1 in December, there was like a 3 week break between because of Christmas and New Year's. So it was like 3 to 4 weeks almost of no Call of Duty. And then we basically started at the end of January, beginning of February with Stage 2, which is usually where the CDL starts anyway. So I'm okay with the game releasing in October, but I think because of the way this year went and the timeline that we had, I think we should stick to starting the CDL at the end of January and maybe in the beginning of February. I think that would be a much better timeline. That would give us a much shorter off season. And yeah, I think that would be a lot better. We do have rumors of more teams potentially coming to the CDL. There were recent acquisitions where G2 have acquired Minnesota Rocker. That happened over this past season. And then Cloud9 acquiring the New York Subliners. And so there are more rumors that other orgs such as, I believe, TSM, SSG, and Falcons are potentially interested in the Call of Duty League. Now, these are just rumors that I've seen floating around the internet and, Twitter, Reddit, all that type of stuff. But with EWC coming in next month, which is kind of a cool little bonus tournament that we're getting, I think it's going to kind of showcase Call of Duty as a competitive esport to a lot of orgs and potentially draw in more organizations to want to join the CDL. I personally would love to see us expand to like 16 teams. I would love, I mean, it's been 5 years and we're still in a 12-team league, and I actually don't think we've had a single year with the same 12 teams. Everything's kind of changed, where it was like 2019 you had Chicago Huntsmen, and then they became Optic Chicago in the Cold War season, and then in the Vanguard season Dallas Empire merged with Envy, and Optic Chicago became Optic Texas, and we saw Boston Breach coming in, and then it was also Paris Legion went to Vegas Legion last year, and then this year we had the London Royal Ravens go to Carolina Royal Ravens. So that is something that did kind of stink, where it's like we haven't been able to nail down the same 12 teams, but even with that kind of happening, and the potential also of LAG not being around next year because their organization all went under, I would still like to see more teams come to the game and come to the franchise, because I think it would bode well, it would do better, and yeah, we could see a lot more variety, a lot more talent rather than just four teams, which this year's season was great. The MW3 Call of Duty League season was really fun. We had a lot of cool storylines, but it really was just the top four teams, that being Atlanta FaZe, Optic Texas, NYSL, and Toronto Ultra. And we did kind of see that throughout the first kind of four majors. Champs, though, there were a few upsets with LA Thieves knocking off Toronto Ultra in the first round. That was a really kind of cool thing to see, but it would be nice to see more of that throughout the course of the season rather than just the champs. And speaking of the CDL for next year, a big feature that's going to be a part of Black Ops 6 is Omni movement. And I know there were discussions and speculation that Omni movement was potentially just going to be GA'd by the pros, but it was recently revealed by Call of Duty that Omni movement is baked into the game and it will not be able to be turned off, meaning that we are guaranteed to watch the CDL with Omni movement in the game. And that is awesome in my opinion. I think it is going to create a new skill gap. It's going to create some new just kind of crazy movement stuff. I know guys like Shotzi are probably going to go insane with Omni movement, but it's going to be awesome to see the pros have to kind of adapt. I know that's kind of a narrative around the competitive communities that sometimes the pros would rather just GA stuff to reduce the skill gap. So this is something that's very nice and something that I really, really am excited to see. I'm excited to experience Omni Movement myself, and I just can't wait to see what crazy things come out of the Pro League and just crazy stuff that comes from Omni Movement. And also with that, these next 2 years, in my opinion, could really make or break competitive Call of Duty. Uh, the rumors are, and none of this has been confirmed, but kind of with Treyarch getting this year, they had an extra year to develop Black Ops 6. The rumor was that they're getting the treatment that MW2 kind of did, where it's going to be back-to-back years of Treyarch titles. Treyarch is going to release Black Ops 6 this year, and then next year is also going to be another Treyarch title. Now, this is kind of rumors and speculation. I don't believe anything at the time of recording has been confirmed that it's going to be back-to-back Treyarch games, but I believe, based off rumors and stuff, that's what it is going to be. And with Treyarch kind of unanimously being widely accepted as the best studio, at least out of the last 5 years, that they have made the best Call of Duty in this new era. Um, this really, really could, boost not only the league but Call of Duty itself. It really, Treyarch being those innovators of pushing the series forward without losing its identity. It's going to be something that I think really could bode well for the CDL, and hopefully, in my opinion, I would like to see a restructuring to where Treyarch just gets to work on multiplayer and ranked every year. Maybe Treyarch becoming the kind of head studio every year with all the other studios lending their support. Because we have to remember too, this year Treyarch got a whole extra year to develop this game. Because MW2 2022 was actually supposed to be a 2-year game, and then we know in that time Activision decided that they wanted to put out a new premium product, air quotes there. And Sledgehammer came in and basically updated all the MW2 stuff, and we had MW3 this year. Now MW3 was better than MW2. It was essentially a $70 DLC. We all know that. But it was better than MW2 2022. I did not like MW2 2022 at all. I think it's honestly the worst competitive Call of Duty made of all time. So I am glad we did kind of get this, but I'm really, really excited to see what Treyarch has been cooking up and working on. And I always get excited for a Treyarch Call of Duty. The Black Ops series is my favorite. I love Black Ops. Black Ops 1 was the first Call of Duty I played. Black Ops 2 was the first Call of Duty that I personally own. And Black Ops 3 is probably my most played Call of Duty. I've gone back and played that game multiple times. So I'm excited. I can't wait to see the insane stuff that the pros do next year with Omni Movement. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Are you excited about Black Ops 6? What do you hope to see out of the CDL next year? And how do you feel about Omni Movement as a mechanic and as a whole? Let me know in the comments below, and I will catch you guys in the next one.